This is the Cody, and this is a brief visit to St. Charles, Virginia. St. Charles, Virginia is in Lee County. Lee County is on the southwest tip of Virginia. It borders Kentucky and Tennessee. St. Charles was a booming community in the heyday of the coal industry. It's seen hard times since then, but the people here have a lot of pride in their community, and they take a lot of effort in keeping it special. St. Charles still has a Christmas parade. They do fireworks on the 4th of July. The folks that are still here loves their community. The population of St. Charles in the 2014 census was 120. The estimated median household income was just over $14,000. Estimated median value of a house is just over $18,000. Median rent is $536. There's a few statistics. Now, folks come to this Black Lung Respiratory Care Center here from Kentucky. I know that, and there's some Kentucky cars in the parking lot right now, and Virginia. They made it really hard for old coal miners to get their black lung. I know of a couple of cases of a old gentleman that died waiting on it. And when I say get their black lung, I don't actually mean get black lung, the disease. It's a black lung benefits. It's pretty easy these days, it seems like, to get all kinds of public assistance from the government, financial aid, except for the black lung. The black lung settlements are few and far between. They really made the rules hard on those. You see, this is a growed up vacant lot. Used to be something. Lots of abandoned buildings. Always makes me sad to see these. Like I said, don't let these buildings fool you. There's still a lot of life in this little community. It's a windy day, so if there's a lot of noise going on with that, I apologize for it. We're at the St. Charles Post Office, which is across the street from the community center. Oh, look at this. Y'all think I ought to use that as my thumbnail? I believe I will. Listen at that rooster crow. Brings the country boy out in you. Looks like they've just recently lost another building near the far. There's a little park. Let's go and take a look at that. Donated by Little Saints. See what I mean about the people here still trying? In memory and appreciation to all coal miners that worked in St. Charles coal field. Maybe that for a thumbnail. You don't find many communities this economically depressed that still tries this hard to maintain a community spirit. There's a old manual drill they used for setting charges in the mines. You see, you put your chest against this here, push it, and you take these, one hand here and one hand here, and you start a cranking. Drill out a hole to put the charge in. Miner's prayer. I'll give you a minute. Look at that. You can pause it and read it if you want to. Main Street of St. Charles in 1920. It's a beautiful, quiet summer day. Let's go on down the street. Looks like the fire department down there. They still have an active fire department. Let's go down and take a look at that. I believe this is the St. Charles Elementary School. Bonnie Blue. Down here's the fire department, looks like. Let's go down here and get a look at the front of the school. St. Charles Volunteer Rescue Squad. Once again, I apologize for the wind if it's making too much noise. If you watch some of my other videos, you know I'm a big fan of fire trucks. St. Charles Volunteer Fire Department. And here is the St. Charles Elementary School front door. Now don't be confused by this. It says elementary school here on the sign. And above the door it says St. Charles High School. This used to be the St. Charles High School, but now it's the St. Charles Elementary School. Lee County closed this as a high school and consolidated it with Lee County High, located between Jonesville and Pennington Gap. And they made this the elementary school. So that could be confusing, but for some reason they left it on. Home of the Midgets, the St. Charles Midgets. That's the first I've heard that. "2004 Excellence in Education, St. Charles Elementary Award for Earth Day, Virginia Mining Association." All right. Now, if you go on down here, it starts to be just a community of houses and the such. We'll go down a little piece and take a look. Hey, look at this. Someone walked in the wet concrete. Look at that. Let's see. Hey, looks like it's my size. I better be careful, they'll pin it on me. Look at that. I've never actually seen somebody that just walked right up the street here when the street was wet. I wonder how long ago that was. This little section here don't look all that old. Right there's where they got on board. Well, let's take a look. Like I said, this would be dwelling houses down here, so we won't go much farther. We'll end this video at the St. Charles Park, which seems to be closed on this beautiful Monday afternoon. If you enjoyed this video, hit the thumbs up and like it. Subscribe to this channel. If you have any suggestions for places around Southwest Virginia, Southeast Kentucky you'd like to see, put them down in the comment section. If I can get there without getting myself killed, I'll go do it. But this has been a brief visit to St. Charles, Virginia. And that's all.